Why confidence matters more than talent and how to get it. Confidence comes before skill. Most people believe talent is the key to success. They think smart people win. They think gifted people rise. They think lucky people move ahead. But this belief is wrong. Talent without confidence stays hidden. Confidence without talent still moves forward. Look around you. You will see many talented people who never try. They wait, they doubt, they stay silent. You will also see people with average skills who take action. They speak up, they try again, they fail and continue. These people grow faster, not because they are better, but because they believe they can learn. Confidence is not about being perfect. Confidence is about trusting yourself enough to start. Talent is potential. Confidence is movement. Potential means nothing without action. Think about a seed. A seed has potential, but if it stays in the ground with no water, it dies. Confidence is the water. Action is the sunlight. Without confidence, talent dries up. Many beginners wait to feel ready. They wait to feel smart. They wait to feel talented. That moment never comes. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes from action. You do not wake up confident one day. You build it step by step. Small step, small proof, small win. This is how confidence grows. People with confidence speak even when their voice shakes. People with confidence try even when they are afraid. People with confidence move even when they are unsure. Talent alone does not do this. Talent stays quiet. Confidence speaks. Talent waits. Confidence walks. Talent asks, "Am I good enough?" Confidence says, "I will learn." This is why confidence matters more than talent. When you believe in yourself, your body changes, your posture changes, your eyes change, your energy changes. People feel it. The world responds to confidence. Opportunities follow belief, not the other way around. Many people say, "I will believe when I succeed." This is backward. You succeed because you believe. Belief is the beginning. Think of a child learning to walk. The child falls many times. The child does not quit. Why? Because the child believes walking is possible. No one tells the child, "You are talented at walking." The child just keeps trying. That is confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is quiet persistence. Now think about adults. Adults fall once and stop. Adults fail once and feel shame, not because they are weak, but because they stopped believing. Fear grows when belief disappears. Fear says, "What if I fail?" Fear says, "What if they judge me?" Fear says, "What if I am not enough?" Confidence does not remove fear. Confidence moves with fear. This is important. You do not need to kill fear. You need to walk with it. Every confident person feels fear. They just do not obey it. Talent often hides behind fear. Talent says, "I could do this." Fear says, "Do not try." Confidence says, "Try anyway." This is the difference. Now let us talk about success. Success is not built by the most talented people. Success is built by the most consistent people. Consistency comes from belief, not from skill. If you believe you can improve, you show up. If you show up, you grow. Growth beats talent over time. Talent gives you a fast start. Confidence gives you a long journey. A long journey always wins. This is why confidence matters more than talent. Many beginners think confidence is personality. They think you are born confident or not. This is not true. Confidence is a habit. Confidence is trained. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, confidence grows. Every time you quit, confidence weakens. Confidence listens to evidence. What is evidence? Evidence is action. I did it. I tried. I showed up. You do not need big wins. Small wins are enough. Write one sentence, read one page, practice 1 minute. These actions whisper to your mind, I can trust myself. Trust is confidence. Talent without trust collapses under pressure. Confidence holds steady. When problems come, talent asks for escape. Confidence looks for solutions. When people criticize, talent hides. Confidence stays calm. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is self-respect. Arrogance says, I am better than you. Confidence says, I am learning. This is why confidence grows faster. People want to follow confidence. They do not follow talent they cannot see. Confidence is visible. Talent is invisible until used. Your life changes when you understand this truth. You stop waiting to be ready. You stop waiting to be perfect. You start where you are. You start small. You start scared. You start anyway. That is confidence. This is how confidence beats talent. And this is why confidence matters more than talent. In the next part, we will talk about how confidence is built, not in theory, but in daily life. Simple steps, clear habits for total beginners.
Part 2. How confidence is built, one day at a time. Confidence is not a feeling, it is a result. It is the result of what you do every day. Most people wait to feel confident before they act. Confident people act before they feel confident. This is the first shift you must understand. Confidence grows from movement, not from thinking. Thinking too much creates fear. Action creates clarity. If you want confidence, you must move, even when your hands shake, even when your heart beats fast. Small movement is enough. Many beginners ask, where do I start? The answer is simple. Start where you are. Not where you wish you were, not where others are, where you are now. Confidence does not care about speed. Confidence cares about direction. One step forward builds belief. One step backward builds doubt. This is why daily action matters. Think of confidence like a muscle. A muscle grows when you use it. A muscle dies when you avoid using it. Every time you avoid action, fear gets stronger. Every time you act, confidence gets stronger. The action does not need to be big. It needs to be honest. Do what you said you would do. That is all. When you keep promises to yourself, trust grows. When trust grows, confidence appears. This is how confidence is built. Now let us talk about mistakes. Many people think mistakes destroy confidence. This is wrong. Mistakes build confidence, only if you respond the right way. A mistake is proof that you tried. No mistake means no action. Confident people make many mistakes. They just do not stop. They do not say, I failed. They say, I learned. This sentence changes everything. When you label mistakes as lessons, fear loses power. Fear wants perfection. Confidence wants progress. Perfection is a trap. Progress is freedom. When you chase perfection, you freeze. When you chase progress, you move. Movement creates confidence. Now let us talk about comparison. Comparison kills confidence faster than failure. When you compare your beginning to someone else's middle, you feel small, you feel slow, you feel behind. But this is an illusion. Everyone starts unseen. Everyone starts confused. Everyone starts weak. You do not see the early days of others. You only see the result. Confidence grows when you focus inward, not outward. Ask better questions. Not, why are they better, but what can I do today? Not, why am I slow, but am I moving? These questions protect your confidence. Your path is not their path. Your pace is not their pace. Confidence comes from self-focus.
Now let us talk about fear again. Fear never disappears. It changes shape. At the beginning, fear says, "You cannot do this." Later, fear says, "What if you lose this?" Fear grows with growth. This is normal. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is the decision to act anyway. Every time you act with fear present, confidence doubles. Why? Because your brain learns something new. It learns that fear does not kill you. It learns that you survive. It learns that you can handle discomfort. This learning is confidence. Comfort does not build confidence. Challenge does. Now let us talk about identity. You act based on who you think you are. If you think, "I am not confident," you behave small. If you think, "I am learning confidence," you behave differently. Change the sentence. Change the behavior. You do not need to say, "I am confident." That may feel fake. Say, "I am becoming confident." This feels honest. Honesty builds trust. Trust builds confidence. Language matters. Your inner voice shapes your reality. If you speak to yourself with respect, confidence grows. If you speak to yourself with cruelty, confidence dies. Talk to yourself like a coach, not like a judge. A judge punishes mistakes, a coach corrects and continues. Be your own coach. Now let us talk about routine. Confidence loves structure. When your life is chaotic, confidence feels unsafe. When your life has rhythm, confidence relaxes. Simple routines are powerful. Wake up at the same time. Do one small task, finish it. This creates stability. Stability creates safety. Safety creates confidence. You do not need a perfect routine. You need a repeatable one. Repeat builds belief. Confidence grows quietly. You often do not feel it growing. One day you look back and notice change. You speak more clearly. You hesitate less. You recover faster after mistakes. This is confidence working. Now let us talk about patience. Confidence is slow. Impatience destroys it. If you rush results, you doubt yourself. If you respect time, you trust the process. Confidence trusts time. Every skill takes repetition. Every belief takes reinforcement. There is no shortcut. Fast confidence is fake. Real confidence is calm. Calm confidence lasts. Now let us talk about proof. Your mind needs evidence. Words are weak. Action is strong. Do not tell yourself you are capable. Show yourself. Finish small tasks. Complete simple goals. These are proofs. Proof changes belief. Belief changes behavior. Behavior changes life. This is the chain. Confidence sits at the center. Now let us talk about failure again. Failure is not the opposite of confidence. Avoidance is. If you fail and continue, confidence grows. If you avoid and hide, confidence shrinks. The pain of avoidance is silent but deep. The pain of failure is loud but short. Confident people choose short pain. They move forward. Now let us talk about courage. Courage is not loud. Courage is quiet consistency. Courage is opening the notebook. Courage is pressing record. Courage is showing up again. Confidence is built from repeated courage. No one is born courageous. People practice courage. You practice it by acting when it is uncomfortable. Each time you do, confidence says, "I remember this." Memory builds belief.
Now let us talk about your future self. Your future self is watching you. Every action today sends a message. I care about myself. I respect myself. I believe I am worth effort. These messages build confidence. Neglect sends different messages. I do not matter. I can quit. I do not trust myself. Confidence listens to your actions. Always. Now let us talk about control. Confidence grows when you focus on what you can control. You cannot control results. You cannot control opinions. You cannot control timing. You can control effort. You can control preparation. You can control consistency. When you focus on control, anxiety fades. Confidence grows in clarity. Now let us bring this together. Confidence is built when you act daily, when you accept mistakes, when you stop comparing, when you speak kindly to yourself, when you move despite fear, when you respect time, when you prove yourself through action. This is not theory. This is practice. Anyone can do this. Talent is optional. Confidence is trainable. In the next part, we will talk about something deeper. How confidence survives hard days. How it stays strong when everything goes wrong. How to never give up on yourself. This is where real power lives. Part 3. How confidence survives hard days and never leaves you. Confidence is easy on good days. Anyone feels strong when things work. The real test comes on hard days. Days when you fail. Days when you feel tired. Days when nothing moves forward. This is where most people lose confidence. They think confidence should feel good all the time. This belief destroys them. Confidence is not comfort. Confidence is commitment. It stays when you stay. Hard days are not signs that you are weak. They are signs that you are growing. Growth always feels uncomfortable. When muscles grow, they hurt. When skills grow, they feel clumsy. When confidence grows, doubt appears. Doubt is not the enemy. Quitting is.
Now let us talk about emotional drops. Some days you wake up heavy. Your body feels slow. Your mind feels loud. This is normal. Confidence does not require motivation. It requires discipline. Motivation is weather. Discipline is climate. Weather changes every day. Climate stays. Confident people do not wait to feel ready. They follow routines when emotions are low. This protects confidence. On hard days, lower the bar. Do not quit. If you usually do 10 things, do 1. If you usually run, walk. If you usually create, outline. Small effort keeps confidence alive. Stopping kills it. Never confuse rest with quitting. Rest is strategic. Quitting is emotional. Rest with intention. Return with purpose. Now let us talk about self-worth. Many people tie confidence to success. This is dangerous. When success disappears, confidence collapses. Real confidence is independent of results. It says, I am valuable even when I fail. This belief creates emotional stability. You must separate who you are from what you do. You are not your performance. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are the one who chooses again. This choice is confidence. Now let us talk about resilience. Resilience is confidence under pressure. It is the ability to stay upright when life pushes. Resilience is built through repetition of recovery. Fall, stand up, repeat.
Each recovery strengthens confidence. You learn something powerful. I can survive this. Survival creates strength. Strength creates calm. Calm creates confidence. Now let us talk about criticism. Criticism is unavoidable. If you do nothing, people criticize you. If you do something, people criticize you. Confident people choose progress over approval. They listen selectively. Feedback that helps is welcomed. Noise that hurts is ignored. You do not need to answer every voice. Protect your focus. Focus is fuel for confidence. Now let us talk about self-trust. Confidence is built on self-trust. Self-trust comes from consistency. When you show up for yourself, trust grows. When you disappear, trust breaks. Do not break promises to yourself. Start small. Say you will do one thing, do it. This repairs trust. Repaired trust restores confidence. Now let us talk about identity again. On hard days, your identity must be stronger than your emotions. Emotions change fast. Identity stays. Say this quietly. I am someone who continues. This sentence carries power. Not someone who wins, not someone who feels good, someone who continues. Continuation beats intensity.
Now let us talk about perspective. Hard days feel permanent. They are not. Your brain lies under stress. It says, this will never end. It says, you always fail. These are emotional stories, not facts. Confident people question thoughts. They ask, is this true? They pause. This pause creates space. Space creates choice. Choice creates power. Now let us talk about gratitude. Gratitude is not weakness, it is grounding. On hard days, notice what still works. Your breath, your body, your chance to try again. This shifts your nervous system. Calm returns. Confidence needs calm to breathe. Now let us talk about momentum. Momentum is fragile after failure. Restart gently. Do not demand greatness. Demand presence. Sit down. Begin. Beginning is enough. Momentum follows action, not emotion. Now let us talk about meaning. Confidence grows when life has meaning. Meaning does not need to be big. Helping one person matters. Improving one skill matters. Keeping one promise matters. Meaning fuels endurance. Endurance protects confidence. Now let us talk about forgiveness. You will fail yourself. You will procrastinate. You will avoid. You will doubt. Forgive quickly. Self-punishment drains energy. Self-forgiveness restores movement. Movement rebuilds confidence. Now let us talk about long-term confidence. Long-term confidence is quiet. It does not shout. It does not prove. It knows. It knows you will handle whatever comes. This confidence is built over time, through pain, through repetition, through honesty, not through shortcuts. Now let us talk about belief. Belief is a decision repeated daily. You decide to believe you are capable of growth, not perfection. Growth. Growth never ends. Confidence never finishes. It evolves. Now let us bring everything together. Confidence matters more than talent, because talent fades without courage. Talent hides without belief.
talent dies without action. Confidence turns effort into results, failure into lessons, fear into fuel. Confidence stays when things are hard. Talent alone does not. Confidence says, "I will try again." Talent says nothing. You do not need to be special. You do not need to be gifted. You need to stay. Stay when it hurts. Stay when it is slow. Stay when doubt speaks loudly. Confidence is built by those who stay. This is the secret. Believe in yourself by proving it daily, not with words, with action. Quiet action, consistent action. This is unstoppable confidence. This is real success.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.